But I swear to you, the more you read about Henry VIII, the more all you can see is Trump. The Pope isn't always right. A lot of people don't like the taxes to the church. They'd rather they go to me.
Catherine of Aragon.
A lot of people are saying that Catherine of Aragon should have. A lot of people.
Maybe she's not so healthy now.
She looks like a horse!
It's a queenfish.
It's weird.
It's like catfish.
It's like
today,
a sort of medieval Tinder horror date. Yeah, it's just weird.
It really is, yeah.
It really is.
I wouldn't have swiped that portrait, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, right. Hello there and welcome to Bloomin Legends. Not just an ordinary Bloomin Legends. It's Bloomin Legends podcast / episode number 50! Hooray! I'm Johnny Vaughan. That's a celebrating Gavin the Woodman Woods. You right there,
It's
Gav?
a half century.
It's a half century, yeah.
A half century.
Well, you're getting a clap from the pavilion, aren't you?
Absolutely. At least. Just out of politeness.
We raise our bats. It's a 50 partnership at the moment.
That's right, yes.
I mean, theoretically, we've got to get to 200 before we've got a chance of a century
each.
And even then, it's going to be lopsided.
It will. And we don't know the conditions.
We don't know the conditions.
No, we don't.
And of course, Gavin, we don't know the conditions.
No.
But what we do know is we've reached episode 50 and we've witnessed growth. And that's what's so exciting. Growth. Let's talk about growth before we get into the podcast. Well, we've seen it grow from just being audio,
yes,
to visual.
That's true.
Available on the global YouTube channel.
That's true.
And then, of course, we've seen that movement, that expansion onto our very own YouTube channel.
That's true.
Which is exciting.
That's true.
When we started off, it was just social media comment, and we started off, it was email.
That's
and
right.
then
yeah.
onto social media, and then we've seen that expansion now, where you can drop comments below on our very own YouTube channel.
Oh, we're everywhere now.
Very exciting times.
Yeah.
In terms of in the studio,
yes,
I think the success and the money really that's being generated by the show is perhaps best symbolised by the Bloomin Legends leaderboard, which is fashioned in very bendy steel.
It is.
And magnetic strips.
That's right.
With a top 10 of
the
Bloomin
finest
Legends.
of black markers.
Right.
Yeah.
And again, it's the show becoming more and more visual all the time. And you sense that's money coming on board.
Of course.
And
of course.
And you can really feel that. You can look at the way the Woodman's dressed.
Well, we've also had nice comments from people in the building.
Yes.
That's a big deal.
Yeah. This building is global. It's
yes.
a home of global radio. There are over 200 radio stations.
That's right, at least 200.
There's not that many.
No, there are a lot of radio stations.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
LBC.
Smooth. Radio
Heart,
X, Heart, Capital.
But then you got the spin-offs. You got Capital Extra,
yes,
Capital Dance.
That's right.
There's probably a Capital Chill.
Radio X Classic Rock.
Radio X Classic Rock. Radio X Noughties.
That's right.
Radio X Chilled. Radio X 90s.
Classic FM we've got.
Classic FM, which has got its own spin-off. Classic
right.
The movies.
That's right. Yeah.
So once it gets beefed up.
Yeah. It's a hell of a building to be talked about.
Yes, I mean obviously there's not LBC Classic News.
No, there's no LBC Dance.
No, there's no LBC 90s where all you get is 90s news broadcasts. So you can
classic LBC.
Yeah, but you could. You pick
Margaret Thatcher today.
yeah. Today, Geoffrey Howe stabbed Margaret Thatcher in the back. No, but there's none of that. There's not noughties either. There's not.
No.
For people who sort of liked it when we were part of the EU.
Right.
There is
very different time.
There is
That's
pre-2016.
right.
LBC, so you can live in a sort of lovely European bubble. There's none of that. There's none. Well, there is actually. It's James O'Brien's show.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. It's been going forever.
But what we're trying to say is there's a lot of stations here.
It's quite a building,
and we're getting a lot of great feedback from our fellow broadcasters.
Sure.
So when fellow broadcasters say they like something, that's a great sign. But it's not as great a sign as the thousands of you that listen every single week loyally and download our podcast. Now, what I want you to do is to make that 50th podcast extra effort to push it. Anytime people start crapping on about podcasts.
Is it our Jubilee podcast?
It is a golden Jubilee or diamond.
Yeah,
I think,
some kind of.
But you go junk. You lay that card down like hold that.
Yeah.
Like a winning domino in a Jamaican.
Slap it down
in a Jamaican.
Domino
after hours drinking club.
Yeah.
You say hold that.
Yeah. 50.
Yes.
The big 5-0.
You haven't seen Bloomin Legends, you fools, you say to them.
You fools. You poor
Anyway,
fools.
who have we got for our 50th podcast? Who is deserving of the big 5-0? Who is going to own this Jubilee special? Well, let's turn to the Woodman, who's going to reveal it. I can tell you now, it is a Bloomin Legend. It always is. But how Bloomin Legendary are they? Gav, who is it?
We've gone big this time, Johnny.
Who?
It's Henry VIII.
Oh,
Henry VIII.
Yes.
I mean, everyone knows about Henry VIII.
People don't realise.
Or do they?
Yes, right.
Which is why we're here.
The Pope isn't always right. A lot of people don't like the taxes to the church. They'd rather they go to me.
Catherine of Aragon.
A lot of people are saying that Catherine of Aragon should have. A lot of people.
Maybe she's not so healthy now.
But I swear to you, the more you read about Henry VIII, the more all you can see is Trump.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Seize his lands.
No, it's just unbelievable.
There must be some laws that don't apply to them.
If you don't like something,
absolutely
change
right.
it.
No, absolutely right. But he was opening up sort of hunting parks. If you imagine, like hunting, that's a bit like Mar-a-Lago. That's like golf courses.
Of course it is.
They didn't have golf, they had hunting.
It is, yeah.
I bet he cheated at that.
I wondered how Henry VIII hunted, because he famously had all of Richmond Park, Hampton Court, all
what
of
did
that.
he hunt? You're right.
No, but do you know what he did? I assumed, because they were hunting deer.
What did they do?
And they probably hunted birds
Crossbow.
and what have you. No, he stood in a stand, so they would have a tower. Just like they do in America, they have these deer stands from where to shoot, from whence to shoot.
No, but you don't have a gun.
No, bow and arrow from a tower.
Did he?
Yeah, he wasn't riding around on the horse chasing the deer.
Do you think they cheated? He had a caddy that would put the arrow in.
Yeah, definitely.
Change the rules.
Good shot, sir.
A lot of people are saying I'm the best hunter they've ever had.
Was definitely your arrow, sir, with a really strong bowman under the tower, making sure.
I'm the best shot they've ever seen in Richmond Park.
Everybody knows.
A lot of people are saying that.
I shoot it long.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes.
A man my age, they've never seen anything like it.
Right.
They've never known anything like it.
Yes, so Henry VIII, King of England for 36 chaotic years. I didn't realise it was that long.
Great years. Sorry, Gab, but when I read about it, you can't help thinking.
I know.
This guy, the way he makes the rules up as he goes
well,
along,
exactly.
disregards everything else.
Yeah, absolutely.
Openly steals
Changes
things.
it to his whim.
He's an absolute villain. At the outset, again, aside from saying he is remarkably like Donald Trump, particularly the amount of wives he's got, some of whom have passed away, is that a lot of people are obsessed with the amount of wives he has.
Yes.
And they sort of say, it's amazing he encouraged the break away from the Roman Catholic Church.
Yeah.
And all these things. What people don't say is, he's a serial killer.
He is.
He literally is. Once you start reading about it, you think, well, there's just such a fine line between this and just being a serial fucking killer. You know? So between a serial killer. Anyway, let's find out where he was born. It all came to him very early. Gav,
really did, yeah.
He was born in Greenwich. First of all, in a palace I've never heard of.
Right, me too. Greenwich Palace.
No, but it's not. It's called the Parasophalia or something. It's got some really grand title.
Has it?
Yes.
Right.
It was Greenwich in Kent back then.
Oh, so it's nothing to do with Greenwich in London?
Yes, it is. Greenwich was in Kent.
Of course it was.
Yeah.
But is it anything to do with the buildings that are now the naval,
No,
museums and stuff? Is it nothing to do with any of that?
Gav, you're so naive.
I am naive.
Even listeners are laughing at you.
I don't know.
You must be doubled up.
Hampton Court's still near where I live.
But if there's someone listening now in a cafe bar, people would think that they've already started. They're not on their coffee.
Well, fair enough.
Anyway, because they're laughing so much. Of course, it's not.
The tower's still there.
They haven't invented clocks yet.
The Tower of London's still there.
Yes, because that was built in. Well, it was finished by.
They had a navy in Henry's day.
It was finished by William II, although it started by his dad, William the Conqueror.
Was it really?
William Rufus finished that one about 1098. So it took about 30 years to build.
Well, no, just a quick. Sorry, Johnny. A quick roundup. He was a handsome, athletic Renaissance prince.
Yes.
To start with. He evolved into a paranoid, ruthless tyrant.
Who was very overweight.
Yes.
And probably syphilitic.
Obsessed with securing a male heir, which is not really that different to any king. He married 6 times, executing 2 of his wives, breaking England away from the church, the Catholic Church, when the Pope refused a divorce. And his legacy is contradictory. It's a man who strengthened royal power, destabilised the nation, and fathered Elizabeth I.
Right.
One of England's longest reigning monarchs.
Well, he actually...
But he left behind a trail of executions.
To be fair to him, he fathered 3 sovereigns.
Edward, Elizabeth,
and Mary.
Right, yes, and Mary, yes. From different mothers as well, weren't they?
Yes.
I think so, yes. Anyway, born in 1491 at Greenwich Palace.
Yes.
He was the second son of King Henry VII.
He was born in
1491.
1491, yeah.
Second son, So he wasn't the heir to the throne when he was born.
No, that was Arthur.
Arthur. He was well-educated, Henry this is, incredibly good with books and reading.
Yeah.
Very sporty, musical and religious, and considered the golden boy.
Well, because, he was considered the golden boy, but hang on a second. The deal was he was fitter than his brother, but he wasn't raised in the art of kingship and the peculiar skills of kingship.
That's right.
Which is why he was more studious. He was fluent in French.
Right.
He was fluent in Latin.
Yeah.
He could speak some Italian.
He was the spare.
Yes.
He could go and do all these things.
He was doing all these things.
If they had golf in those days.
Yeah, but he already had like incredible amount of titles, even by the time he was like
this
three.
This is hilarious. So his brother dies in 1502, Arthur, and Henry becomes the heir apparent. But by 10 years old, young Henry is the Duke of Cornwall, the Prince of Wales, and the Earl of Chester all in one.
Yes.
Do you know what his brother died of?
What?
Sweating sickness.
Did he?
Yes, or malign vapour, whichever you prefer.
Yeah.
There is a rumour he was poisoned.
Yes.
But there is also contemporary evidence that there was, around Ludlow Castle, where he was, a wave of this sweating sickness.
Right.
So it could have been whatever.
It was flu.
Probably just flu. Yeah.
Flu. So his brother's 15. He's 10 at this time.
That's right, yes.
This is when, it's when his brother dies. So now he's elevated. Now he gets even more titles.
He does. He becomes the Duke of Cornwall, the Prince of Wales, and the Earl of Chester.
Yes.
Leading up to while his father's getting older and iller.
Yeah.
Because between 10 and 17, when he becomes king, that's what his duties are.
Now his problem here is Catherine of Aragon.
Because she has already married Arthur.
She's married to Arthur.
Who dies.
Right. And now they want to keep Catherine, to keep the King of Spain.
The alliance.
So I think he's Ferdinand II.
Right.
They've got to keep him sweet.
Yes.
Yeah, they've got to keep the alliance there. But it's really hard to sort of say we've got a 10-year-old.
Well, that's right.
12-year-old, whatever he is.
Yeah.
And he's going to consummate that marriage.
Right, yeah, just give us a few years.
Yes.
Yeah,
so he can't get married till he's 14 anyway.
No.
Because then you're a man.
Sure,
yeah?
14.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, it's crazy to think of a world where a 14-year-old is married. But remember, there's not much evidence you had a childhood back then.
No, that's right.
People were just men.
Yeah, they were.
A bit like Cockneys today.
Grown men from 6 years
Yeah, that's
old,
it. There's no childhood in the East End.
Get out and work.
Get out and work there.
Yeah, definitely.
You've already got like 12-year-old Cockneys out there saying things like, "Oh, mate, you're right. I still say we'll do them Saturday." You know.
With the wisdom of
well,
a
they've
grown
got a hand down the front of their
That's right. Yeah.
I think he's 11,
sipping his tea.
He's sipping his tea.
Yeah.
Oh, you got any more tea, Mum? Anyway, so. But so they've got a real problem with that.
They do, and they have to bridge that gap.
So they have to get the Pope to do a special agreement that because he's then 12, I think he's 12 at this time, that in theory...
They're betrothed.
No, in theory he could consummate this.
Right, yes.
He's physically able.
Yes.
So it's like a promissory.
Right.
But as soon as he is legally...
Yes.
You know, so they're trying to keep the alliance going.
Definitely.
That you can't be betrothed to someone unless you're of marrying age
unless
anyone.
You could consummate.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not like smoking.
No.
You can smoke before you're 16. You know.
That's right.
Well, it is. You know, he can obviously still have a shag theoretically, but they've got to say no, potentially because he's 12 years old. You know?
Right.
Think about it.
So on the 21st of April, 1509. Henry VII dies.
Yeah.
He dies of a...
No, but he agrees.
He dies of the most belt and braces medieval death I can imagine. He dies with a combination of tuberculosis and gout.
Nice. Good man.
After years of sickness.
Yeah.
So Henry VIII is king at 17.
With Catherine of Aragon as his queen. She gets... They have their ceremony a bit later.
That's right. So 6 feet tall, powerfully built, a tireless athlete, huntsman and dancer.
Yes.
He promises England the joys of spring after the long winter of Henry VII's reign.
Yeah, and a lot of people do really think he can't be royal.
No, that's why.
Because they're so inbred and so Weasley, a little puny, and they're riddled with because they're inbred.
Yeah.
So suddenly you got this 6 foot
strapping rugby player
with most tellingly large calves.
Yes,
which is a real sign of someone who's not the ticket.
No, that's a worker.
That's a worker.
That's right.
It really is. You don't get big calves.
That's a farmer's calves.
It's a farmer's calf.
It is. Yeah.
So a lot of people don't.
Is that a medical condition? Farmer's calves.
Yeah.
And that's what you see in rugby players
such a farmer's calf, I'm afraid. Go on.
So yes, he marries Catherine. Henry's marriage to Catherine was a huge celebration.
No, they marry.
Yes.
So they've been betrothed since he's like 14.
Yes.
He can legally
they finally marry.
They marry, and then the coronation is 3 days later.
Right, so it's a marriage party and a coronation party all in one.
Yes.
A constant state of festival.
Right.
Henry was in a constant pursuit of an heir. That's the most well-known thing about him, is he's desperate for a son.
I think this has been added after.
Why? To justify all the things he did?
Because there's no sodding way when he's 17, already he's anxious for an heir. There's no 17-year-olds all the time going, I must have my heir.
But he's probably had it drilled into him by his father.
Not really. His father had loads. His father had, remember, 6, maybe 7 kids. Only 3 lived.
Right.
So it's not siring children.
Well, maybe that's the mindset. I know half of them are going to die. I have to find one that lives.
Right. Well, you see with Catherine Aragon, she was at some stage, she's having 2 a year.
I know, it's crazy.
You know, the old Irish twins.
So Catherine falls pregnant straight after their marriage, but it's a stillborn girl who's born. 4 months later, she's pregnant again, gives birth to a boy, Henry.
Huge celebrations.
Massive. Well, do you know how they celebrated?
How?
A 2-day-long jousting session.
Fantastic.
Not enough of that today.
No, and this is why the royals...
Harry and Meghan have got no idea.
No, but this is why... This is the part of the royal game Harry should be involved in. He does, it's in him genetically. He does Invictus games.
Yes.
And it's great with Woodman. But he should start doing stuff much more at like Windsor Great Park.
Yes.
With jousts.
Huge events.
Feasting.
Definitely feasting.
It's always at, really privately with a few limos.
It's boring.
We don't see it. No.
We need to see the feast.
We want to be able to see the boar being like Asterix. Being turned from miles away and greedy.
Well, wait till you hear about the feast they have when France and England have a truce.
Go on.
It's unbelievable. But anyway, yes, not enough of that today. What is the modern equivalent? If you had like a celebrity wedding, it'd be like a sort of day of boxing.
Right.
Like an all-day boxing card.
It'd be football all day.
Jousting.
No, but
it's got to be physical danger.
We want jousting.
Yeah, right, okay, jousting.
Right, jousting. I don't see why you've got to move.
Tank battles.
No, I don't see... Gav, why are you moving from jousting?
Okay, you're right.
There's still Lancer regiments and stuff. Look at our parades. They haven't really moved on. There's still guys in like uniforms no one wears in war.
But you're right. All they do now is like Instagram posts in slow motion of the candle being lit or something. It's so boring.
Rubbish. Jousting.
Really boring.
People are getting fucked up.
Do you think people would tune in? They would
tune in.
Fuck in. They would
not
watch
Royal.
that.
It's a knockout.
No,
that
right.
they had years ago. No.
No. That's right. Royal Formula One. Let's see them fanging round a track.
They have the Royal Horse Show.
Yes.
And they have like the Royal Edinburgh Tattoo.
Yes, and they used to have the Earl's Court show, didn't they? The Royal Tournament.
The Royal Tournament.
Yes, but that was the gunnery, the Navy guns.
We want to see more than Navy, although they do break a lot of legs. And
they do. Those things are serious.
Yeah, serious. But we want a proper Royal Tournament when it happens.
Yeah, why not?
It'd be so popular, particularly with servicemen.
Especially if they brought a lion or two.
Especially if servicemen were allowed to bring their families.
Yeah, 100% they'd love it.
They'd love it.
So, yes, she has the boy, but he dies too 7 weeks later. At the time, in 1510, Henry was also shaping his court. He arrests 2 of his father's most important men and has them killed.
Yes.
He throws them in jail and then executes them.
Yes, Dudley.
Is it Dudley?
Yeah, Dudley. Of course it's a Dudley. Well, Dudley's, remember, that's Northumberland. And also, weirdly, I think they're sort of the Earls of Leicester as well.
Okay.
So that's the Duke of Northumberland.
He clearly gets a taste for it because, well, he must have thought, that was easy.
Yeah.
I literally just have to say
then the slaughter really starts.
Well, absolutely.
One of those is the Earl of Suffolk. I think he takes the title of that.
Well, throughout this period, he was conducting European invasions. He was fighting the Spanish, the French, the Scots, and the Italians all at once.
All at once.
Right the way through to 1515.
He was shit at war, incidentally.
Was he? Not a good war general?
Not particularly good, but he was good politically. He was good with acts of Parliament, as we'll find out.
Okay, yes. So he was battling until King Louis XII died.
Yeah.
This left 3 young rulers across England, France, and Spain. So 3 young houses of royals. They were all united by Thomas Wolsey's diplomacy. He was always at it, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was, yeah.
This led to a huge party. The French and the English called the Field of the Cloth of Gold in 1520.
Yes.
A 2-week festival in Calais.
Yeah.
And 4,000 English troops were representing us there. And guess what they served?
What?
They served 250,000 fish, 98,000 eggs, 2,000 sheep, 700 eel, 13 swans, and my personal favourite, 3 porpoises.
Wow.
And 66,000 litres of beer.
That's like sort of 1 week on a cruise liner, isn't it?
Well, as soon as I saw the eggs, Johnny,
Yeah.
I saw it.
Yeah.
But within a year, they started squabbling.
Yes.
And I think maybe they should have served 4 porpoises.
Yeah.
That's what
Presumably
let
the
them
swan was only for the royals.
I would imagine, and also 13.
But
13 swans.
But Henry later on used to have really weird things. Like, didn't he have like a half pig, half lamb? And he sewed them together.
Well, they did that with birds, didn't they?
Yes.
They did like 7 birds
a
in
chicken
one.
And a bird
Start with a sparrow, and then it goes in a pigeon.
It's like
and
Russian dolls made of birds.
It's
horrible.
Like a meat matryoshka doll.
Right.
So, in the early 1520s, he still hasn't got a son. Catherine has gone through so many miscarriages, but she has had a daughter, Mary.
Yes.
But tensions between Henry and Catherine are high. Henry is regularly seeing other mistresses. He has a son called Henry Fitzroy, who he makes the Duke of Richmond later. But it's believed he's had 3 other children outside this marriage by then.
Right.
But he needs a legit one. And Henry VIII, he knew Henry Fitzroy's claim was not a good one.
Whenever I meet a total and utter bastard,
you assume
I sort of think, are you
Henry Fitzroy's great grandson?
Yeah. Well, Fitzroy means illegitimate son of the king.
Is that right? Of course, Roy is the king.
Is king and Fitz is illegitimate. So Henry Fitzroy.
That makes a lot of sense.
It's not rumoured to be a bastard son. He is a bastard son of the king.
And he's also the son of the King Henry. His name is Henry Fitzroy.
Yeah, right.
Crazy. So,
but he's not from Catherine of Aragon.
No, he's from a mistress. Yeah. So he knew that wasn't a legitimate claim to. So he
probably says, "Hello there, I'm Henry's bastard son."
Well, he ended up the Duke of Richmond, so he did all right.
Yeah.
His only solution was to divorce Catherine. So he asks the Pope, and the Pope says no.
Yes.
He doesn't like that.
Yeah, he doesn't
like that at all.
Yeah.
So he breaks England away from the Catholic Church just so he can do what he wants.
Yes.
And that's another Bloomin Legend moment. He thinks, well, sod it, I'll do it.
What's really odd is before all the trouble starts, which we're now going into.
Yes.
Before all the trouble starts.
Leaving the Roman Catholic Church.
Right.
Yeah.
1521. Henry defends the Catholic Church against all these powers that are trying to sort of break away and already form other churches. And he's saying that the Roman Catholic Church, headed by, I think at the time, Pope Leo, probably the 9th or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Leos.
Medieval Pope,
a medieval
gangster.
Pope. But a gangster, the big gangster.
Yeah.
So he's trying to, he uses his power to get behind it. Yeah.
Right.
And you sort of think maybe he's...
It's so ironic.
No, it's not ironic. It's maybe he's doing it to sort of say, I'll back you now.
Oh,
I'll back you.
Yes.
You back me.
Right.
So it might
we
be
legitimise each other.
Right.
Yeah.
And because of that, he's defender of the faith, which is why still on coins today, all our kings and queens on the coin, the only initials really a king has after his name is FD. Which is French, weirdly, for defender of the faith.
Right, okay.
And still they carry that title, which is a title given by the Pope, so God, to our king or queen.
Yeah.
That they are defenders of the faith.
Wow.
And it's one of those reasons that sort of, because it's bestowed, and it comes through anything bestowed by a pope comes from St. Peter and comes from Christ. Like any laying on of hands is a chain of events.
Direct,
Then later on, it sort of legitimizes the fact that he declares himself God's representative in Britain.
In England,
because he's defender of the faith.
Of course,
and actually, he carries that holy line. So
and now he's the head of that church.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Legend, though, right?
It really is. So, yes, between 1533, we're now getting into the wives.
Yeah.
His most famous period that everyone does know about, his 6 wives. He marries 6 times in 24 years, quite a round number. It's 4 years each, roughly.
Yeah, roughly, yeah.
First wife, Catherine of Aragon.
Yeah, that's how you do that,
He divorced her. So we come to Anne Boleyn.
So he does divorce Catherine?
Yes, he divorces Catherine. He doesn't think he's going to get an heir from her. He divorces her. He gets rid of the Roman Catholic. They won't annul the marriage. So he removes himself from...
Declares himself.
Yeah, he's the head of the church.
Right.
He allows himself to be divorced.
Right.
And he marries Anne Boleyn.
Yeah.
So
because he can't kill her.
That's right. Well,
Catherine
has been banished from court and marries for passion with Anne Boleyn, who he loves her.
Right.
And Anne gives birth to Elizabeth I.
Right.
That's the first child they have. They enjoy periods of calm and affection, but Anne refuses to play the submissive role of queen.
Right.
It was her fiery nature that attracted him, but now he doesn't want that in his submissive queen. Her opinionated intellect made her attractive as a lover, but not too independent for the ceremonial role as a loyal wife. Interestingly, that loyal and royal are almost the same word, isn't it? It's
very
weird.
interesting.
I've always found that interesting.
It's interesting.
Henry disliked Anne's constant irritability and violent temper, and after a false pregnancy or
no one likes that.
No. After a false pregnancy or miscarriage in 1534, he saw that failure to provide him a son as a betrayal.
Right.
So from 1536 to 1540...
Well, he knows by the amount of bastard children he's got kicking around that it's not his fault.
Well, absolutely right. Yeah. So he's blaming them one by one.
Can you say, Gav, the other things which we're not really going to branch into?
No.
But because there's nowhere really left to invade.
Yes.
But he was in charge, remember, of the Cinque-Port as a 3-year-old.
Yes.
Which is nice.
Yes.
He was also
little job.
put in charge of the Marches of Scotland, which is the area leading up to Scotland there.
Right.
But the other thing he did, but this is really Trumpian, yeah? If you imagine Scotland as this big country up north that was quite sparsely populated, right?
And didn't like us.
Greenland, Scotland, we must have that.
The Gulf of America.
No, that's what he's done.
Yeah.
He's taken Scotland.
Yes.
So he's included Scotland.
And what about Wales?
He's got his eye on Scotland. He keeps kicking his ass. He doesn't actually take it.
Not physically,
because he's got James V up there who he likes warring with.
Right.
But what he does do, which is Bloomin Legends, he's the first guy to actually make Wales part of England.
Right. Okay.
Like it is today.
Yeah. So he started that.
Yes.
Yeah.
He also declares himself King of Ireland. That's his Greenland.
Right.
Yes? So he's the first person who really does that as well. So
it starts with Henry VIII, does it? The whole thing.
Yes, it starts with
Henry
VIII.
Wow.
I
didn't realise it went back that far. I knew it went back far.
Yeah.
But I didn't know it was that far.
Yeah.
He's in the 1530s. He suffers a devastating jousting accident. I mean, fair play. Bloomin' legend for jousting.
Legend.
At 45.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, don't forget, in medieval times, 45 was about 90. But yes, now we're into the 1530s, and this is when he suffers a devastating jousting accident. Yes. Even after being advised by courtiers, don't joust anymore, sire. He's 40. He's in his 40s.
Is that what they say?
They said sire, I believe.
Yeah. Sire!
40s is old in the 1500s. This is not young.
No, 32 is
32 is like a 60-year-old.
Yeah, but this is why I really worry, because they talk about the wisdom of age, and I think that's made, say, my late father feel that when he was in his 80s, he was now sort of wise and could give advice. When generally, and I say this with all due respect to my late father, is that in my opinion,
his wisdom receded somewhat.
Yes, people start talking absolute claptrap, and just because they lived during the war.
No, just age is no qualifier.
The wisdom of age is
just age on its own is not a qualifier.
You can become an old bigot. But actually, 40s was considered old back then.
Yeah, of course it was. And he's still jousting.
Right.
Mind you, it's the ego on him as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
I can still do it.
But also because he never loses, does he?
Yeah, that's true. No one's going to lose.
Oh, very good, son. No. I tell you exactly what it's like. I won at golf again today.
I'm the club champion. You're right. No one's beating Henry.
He's the same as Trump.
No, but he's got the right to just behead you. You're not going to beat him.
He's sort of like a cheating.
Yeah.
Greedy.
Yeah. They're just these other jousters are just like the caddies that are dropping balls for Trump.
Cheating, greedy, spoiled, absolute
land grabbing
crook. Right.
Yeah.
I won at jousting today.
Yeah.
Who's
nobody jousts like me
No one
anymore.
jousts like me. The doctors have said that the most perfect body. I'm
the
Henry.
Best jousting they've ever seen.
I'm Henry VIII.
Wow.
Yeah.
So yes, apparently he had a failed run in the joust, and his horse falls and crushes him. Eyewitnesses say the king lies unconscious for 2 hours. So it's quite serious. Courtiers rush in fear because they thought he's died. His servants couldn't move him because he was pretty heavy by then.
Right, okay.
Henry regains
because they're all so thin.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
They were just eating turnips all year.
Because he is like Trump size.
Yeah, of course.
You imagine loads of medieval little sort of weasel peasants, and you've got this big corpulent.
But also he wore a lot of embroidered
loads of
stuff.
Stuff. Well, gilt.
Apparently gold. Yeah.
They were gold everywhere.
Well, apparently that's partly why his legs had so many sores. He loved dressing his leggings in tying with stuff.
Really?
Yeah, I'll come to that.
People are saying the gold is fantastic. I'm going to build a dining room.
His servants could hardly move him. He regains consciousness and somehow survives. However, the effects apparently lasted forever. It's that moment that they think he went a bit crazier from then on. Because he may have hit his head or something.
Yeah.
He had constant leg pain for the rest of his life.
Yes.
Which worsened over time, which would have made him really angry.
Well, you think of the shit they treat you with.
Oh, man.
Leeches, maggots.
Shit.
Yeah. Leeches.
Put some
maggots,
shit on it.
Yeah, put some more shit on it with maggots.
Yeah. And if that doesn't work, burn him.
If that doesn't work, cauterize it and then stick some leeches.
Put an eel on it.
Yeah.
Bring the warthog.
Bring a cornflower poultice and some leeches.
And if that doesn't work, bring the warthogs.
Yeah, just also people slicing things open.
A wolf's eye. Something horrible.
Yeah. A rat.
A live eagle.
Surely
hold an eagle to him.
A rat in a cage that always goes with him.
Probably would have done something. Would have eaten away the gangrene or something.
The gangrene.
By late 1536, he had become crueler.
Had he?
Yeah.
That's pain, though,
No,
isn't
but
it?
any perceived threat to him, he would just be much more ruthless.
But it's like man flu, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. I've got a headache. Right, you're dying.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You kid, get out of the room. I'm just here ill.
I'm watching the falconry.
Anyone who's ever suffered any kind of backache will understand totally.
It's like toothache. You're just in a bad mood.
Bad mood the whole time. I guess everyone was like that back then.
There must have been, because they didn't have aspirin, did they?
They didn't have aspirin. Nothing.
Nothing. He accused Anne Boleyn of adultery and incest. He adds that in. Yeah, you notice all popes who were deposed were accused of incest or something really.
Got to,
like now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of look what he's up to.
Yeah, right.
That's the go-to accusation.
Yeah.
The day after Anne's execution, he's now 45, he marries Jane Seymour.
Yes.
Who was one of Anne Boleyn's ladies-in-waiting.
Yes.
And surely she would have talked to Anne Boleyn.
No, because there'd have been a bit of needle there.
Who are they gossiping with without their ladies-in-waiting?
She thinks she's so above me.
Maybe,
you think about the sort of stuff as a lady-in-waiting did back then.
Yeah.
You know, Henry
because they're servants, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Well, no.
They're sort of friend servants,
They're high-born, aren't they? But they're doing awful tasks.
They are, yes.
Go and get my... And also remember... is the person you're looking after. She's wealthy, but she's come up in the world.
Right. Oh, she's been promoted.
Anyone who marries, they never marry, apart from Catherine of Aragon, who is very highborn.
Yeah.
These are just sort of upper middle class English girls.
I get it. I get it. So anyway, Jane and Henry have a baby boy, giving Henry his long-desired son.
That's Edward.
Edward, yes. Yeah. The birth was difficult, though, and she dies after the birth. Henry calls her his true wife, and she's the only one buried next to him when he dies.
Right, really? So Jane Seymour, that's the one?
Yeah, Jane Seymour's the one, yeah. So
divorced, beheaded, died. Mm-hmm. Okay, this is how we remember, is it?
And now...
divorced, beheaded, died. So nice for you to lay it out so we can play it out.
Absolutely, yeah.
Next it's another divorce. I know it is.
Well, yes. So it's wife number 4, Anne of Cleves. 1538, Henry's now very paranoid about attacks coming from Europe. So he builds a load of defences on the south coast, and he tries to find a bride. And Anne of Cleves is suggested. He decides, he sees a portrait of her, and he thinks, okay, I'll marry her. But when he meets her, he says she looks nothing like the portrait.
Nothing like her portrait.
No, he kicks up a fuss there and then.
It's a queen fish.
It's weird.
It's like catfish.
It's like a sort of medieval Tinder horror date. Yeah, it's just weird.
It really is. Yeah,
it really is.
I wouldn't have swiped that portrait right.
Exactly.
He just goes through a gallery and just goes.
Big portrait.
Swiping.
He kicks up a fuss, but he has to marry her because the alliance is worth it. In January 1540, they marry. Henry complains to Cromwell. That's Thomas Cromwell, this is. The morning after, saying the marriage was never consummated.
Yeah, right.
And he wants another annulment, right? So Anne doesn't argue. She's not into it either. She confirms that they didn't have a great wedding night. And the marriage is dissolved in 1540. So that's another divorce.
Right.
At one point, he claimed in his court that Anne of Cleves be divorced because she smelled bad.
Yes.
I just can't believe that was
That's
said.
fantastic.
That would have been noted down in the court documents.
Because he smells bad.
She has a bad odour.
I get it.
Yeah, true. Anne received a generous allowance, 2 houses, and the title The King's Sister.
Nice.
That's a sort of Bezos divorce, isn't it? It's like, I don't want to be with you, but here's a load of money.
She only actually has 2 divorces.
Is that right? Yes. There's only 2 of the 6 are divorces.
Divorced, beheaded, died, divorced. Now we're getting to another head off, aren't we?
We're getting to Catherine Howard, yes.
Okay.
She was 17 when Henry meets her. Henry's in his late 40s.
Right.
Cromwell doesn't like the relationship because she's the niece of the Duke of Norfolk, who's Cromwell's political opponent. Cromwell fell out of Henry's favour, though, and his paranoia leads to Henry capturing him and chopping his head off.
Like he did with Cranmer.
Absolutely. I think Cromwell had... Wasn't it Cromwell who had Hampton Court? Didn't he want Hampton Court as well?
I don't know.
From one of his noblemen. And part of killing it was like, I like that place. It's good, good for hunting down there.
Good for hunting, yeah.
The next day he marries Catherine Howard. Shortly after, Henry discovers Catherine had been in a relationship and informally engaged with a Francis Derham.
Right.
He captures Derham.
Yeah.
And then discovers through Derham that she had also been having a relationship with Thomas Culpeper.
Wow.
And these men were both executed and she was beheaded.
Right, fantastic.
So this is just crazy.
Yes.
This is like Love Island gone nuts.
Yes.
Wife number 6, Catherine Parr.
Okay.
She's the only survivor.
But how does a woman feel?
I know, after the previous 5.
So what happened to the last 5?
Yes.
2 of them got their heads cut off.
Yeah.
One of them died.
One of them's got a big house.
Have you got a family that it's important not to piss off? That seems to be your best means of survival.
That's right. So he marries her, his last wife. She's a wealthy widow when he marries her.
Right.
In July 1543. She's a reformer at heart and she argues constantly with Henry about religion.
Yeah.
However, she manages Henry's temper somehow.
Yeah.
And she was the wife who managed to outlive him.
Right.
Henry, before he died, through his reign, he created some crazy laws.
Right.
He was known for his wives, but his extreme character and decisions, these are some of the laws he passed. In 1531, he makes it legal to allow prisoners to be boiled alive.
Right.
That's pretty medieval.
Okay. But do
you think there was a movement before that when it had been done and someone had said, we've got to stop boiling people?
We've got to stop it too, even though it's just...
This is barbaric.
No, this is awful. No, I bet the reason they stopped it.
Why?
Because I bet you could smell boiling human.
And it was horrible,
and it probably excited people. People are sort of looking there, everyone's really hungry and thinking, well, should we eat it?
God,
it probably encouraged cannibalism.
Stop throwing carrots in there.
Yeah, right, yeah. Loads of turnips.
Onions.
Loads of turnips.
A bouquet garni comes from over the head.
Well, no, but it's like when they talk about eating pike, you go, no, but if it's seasoned correctly, it's not bad.
If it's devilled.
Yeah, devil it.
1534, he decides that saying anything negative at all about Henry,
right,
even verbally, is treason.
Right.
That's really Trumpy.
Yeah.
Trump will literally try and shut your newspaper down if you say anything even vaguely critical.
No, but he'd say part of the biased left wing.
Yeah, all that.
Media, the fake
communists,
fake news. No, he'd just accuse them. Literally, it's the same as fake news.
Yeah, literally fake news. And that was treason punishable by death.
But he's not popular.
And that was you could die. You could be killed.
He's not a popular priest. No one reads his treatises. He doesn't get good ratings.
His dogma is for
that cardinal doesn't get good ratings.
1535. He's on a roll here. This is between 1531 and 1540. So it's only a 9-year period.
Is there a Queen Melania in there?
No.
Okay, damn.
Okay. In 1535, he introduces a beard tax. So we know what this is. This is the classic all taxes. This is when there's a lot of something, you tax it. So obviously the fashion was for beards. And the longer your beard, the more tax you pay.
He introduced a beard tax.
Beard tax.
Bloomin Legend.
That's amazing.
Imagine that in Hoxton.
I know.
During the hipster
years. You'd be rich as Croesus.
You certainly would.
1540, he bans football.
Yes.
As he felt it was distracting people from practicing what?
Archery.
Yes.
Yes.
A useful tool in war. This caused big public disorder.
Yeah.
But we could have ended up with a Premier League archery.
Well, no, football,
it's not the same, is it?
When football took place, it wasn't, it
wasn't formalised.
Between villages.
It was a fight.
It was the holding. It was
a pig's bladder and a fight.
It was a kicking and holding game.
It was,
It was more like rugby,
And now we get to the end of his legend. It's 1547. He dies aged 55, likely from infection and organ failure.
Yeah.
He went from a 32-inch waist to a 54-inch waist.
Wow.
He was like the David Hemmings of Kings, wasn't he?
So big.
It's like Churchill, isn't it?
Like, no, he's not. He's like Trump, Gav.
Churchill was thin and rode horses.
Yeah.
When he was in the army.
He looked more like Cyril Smith or something.
He did a bit, but he didn't look like Churchill.
No, but 54-inch
54,
waist.
that's all. Well, that's almost double.
Yes.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, isn't it?
He was so obese he needed lifting machinery just to move around his chambers, never mind put him on a horse.
Yes, particularly because his legs are weak as well.
His lead-lined coffin burst and began leaking pus onto the floor, apparently.
Christ.
It was believed the gas build-up in his body was what caused the explosion.
Yeah.
A dog apparently was found licking the liquid dripping from the coffin.
Oh, Gav, that's disgusting. We don't need that. A dog was found licking.
Imagine that as a news item.
The pus that was
today. The king's coffin.
A dog exploded.
Pus was coming from the coffin.
A dog was seen licking the pus.
Or even with the music going, a dog licks the pus.
A royal dog licks the pus
from
emanating from the royal corpse as it proceeds through Westminster.
The man obsessed with strength and masculinity ends up immobile and miserable.
Yeah.
He leaves England religiously divided but politically powerful.
Okay, there we go.
Amazing.
Henry VIII, the wives episode.
Yeah.
Bloomin Legends. Looks like the Bloomin Legendary leaderboard has appeared from nowhere. Made out of... Whoops, don't wobble my board.
No.
But Gav...
Henry VIII.
Henry VIII. There we go.
So now he, as a figure, had much more of an impact than even some of the people on this board.
Oh, definitely.
But we don't like him, do we?
No. I mean, it's tempting. You could replace, say, Ivan the Terrible there.
Yes.
Julius Caesar.
Yes.
I mean, it's tempting to replace him. Rasputin. But do you know what? He's not a lot of fun.
No, he's a bit of an idiot.
No, he's a serial killer.
Yeah.
He reminds me of Trump.
Yes.
He puts...
Yes.
I just don't like him.
No. He's
All these strangely likeable, I say.
No, well, he makes Genghis Khan look like a lily-livered liberal, doesn't he?
No, Genghis Khan, no, not if you really read about Genghis Khan. So he's not as terrible as Genghis Khan. He's not as terrible... Well,
no.
Where would you like to put him?
I don't know, because I really don't like him. You're right.
No, I really don't like him.
He's not very likeable.
He's horrible.
He's got no redeeming features.
No.
At all.
I can't see one redeeming feature at all.
No, I can't.
He wrote green... No.
Well, no, he was good at sport.
Yes. No, he stole Greensleeves as well. So he stole from a musician.
Did he? Because that's attributed to him, isn't it?
That's attributed to him. There's no way he wrote that. He nicked it.
He's a plagiarist.
Yeah, right. So on the grounds, he's nicked a tune.
Yeah, that's no good.
Of a decent medieval band.
Yeah, right.
Of a struggling medieval... Who he probably had put to death subsequently.
Right, we would have known who that guy's name was.
I just feel...
I don't want to put him... Because we've got some horrible people in the list already, but...
I mean, he could have a shout to get in there instead of...
No, but look at Vlad the Impaler's name. He's not leaving there. You can't even come
He's
on.
Dracula as well.
He's Dracula.
He's Dracula. So he's not going to replace the Christopher Lee.
No.
He's number one.
No.
Ivan the Terrible, maybe.
Maybe, but still, I mean, I'd have to go back and look at Ivan's story again just to be sure. Because, I mean, Ivan is so comically terrible.
Yes.
That he needs
but
to
also
say
he
that.
is called Ivan the Terrible.
Right, exactly.
But what I mean is he looks so good on our list, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You
There's more of a legend about him, whereas Henry's just like a really horrible king.
Well, Ivan the Terrible, killed his own son with a cracked on the head, died while playing chess.
Exactly.
But also... He was terrible. Well, he wasn't terrible because terrible in Russian, the word translates.
It's different meaning,
It means awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only one I could see him going for.
I just think because Henry VIII just seems, as a person, really awful.
Yes.
Just
but
really
he is a
annoying.
blooming legend.
He is a legend. He is. But is he more of a legend?
What I'm going to do, I'm going to leave that open to discussion.
Leave him down there.
I'm going to leave it open to discussion.
Yes.
And with a view, do you think Henry VIII should replace Ivan the Terrible on our leaderboard? And it has to be that specifically. And I tell you why. It's for the balance of the force.
That's right, yes.
We can only replace a king for a king.
Yeah, and it's got to be two terrible kings.
And he's got to be two terrible kings. So he's not going to replace...
Caesar. No. Well, there was at least an actual romance in the Caesar story.
Yes, right, yes.
You know.
Caesar? Okay. Who do you think he should replace? And give your reasons. Please drop your comment below, or you can go to bloominlegends@global.com. Right now, though, Gav, that's it for this week. We look forward to your comments. Do comment. And also send us your own Bloomin' legendary stories, because we've got a podcast extra we bring out once a week as well now, which recounts your own Bloomin' legendary moments of relatives, friends, even yourselves. And they go to bloominlegends@global.com. Otherwise, do comment on our socials with the Henry VIII.
Do you think Henry should go in there? Yeah.
Do you think Henry should go in there? Who should he replace? @Bloomin Legends on Instagram or TikTok. We'll speak to you in episode 51.